What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by two things. Since we don't do any sponsorships here on the channel, I'll go ahead and show them out real quick. The first is my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and the second is a new podcast I just launched called Chasing Infinity. It is myself and ChatGPT as my AI co-host, and we dive into a wide range of topics in short-form videos just like these, so check it out. Links in the description below, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, I want to talk about Mana Warden because we are now officially in the final month, right? The final third of this time frame in which Mana Warden was supposed to be like this exclusive card. Now, I don't know what the deal is in terms of what happens with this card moving forward, meaning will they keep it on the shelf for a longer period of time, or will they swap it out entirely and bring in a new card? Now, this came about, I believe, around September 3rd-ish, right? So early, like the first week of September. So obviously, it would be the first week of December that we would expect this card to, or it'll be the first week of December that we expect the next card to come in, right, for the Voucher promos. But in terms of tracking where we're at right now, you can see that we've printed about 75,000, a little bit under 75,000 BCX in total. Now, keep in mind, in order to, let me put it this way, in order to keep up with voucher inflation, we need to actually print 120,000 of these. So we're technically behind now. We were ahead of the game for a while, but we slowed down after we hit like 60,000 BCX. And it's been a slow and steady grind up to the point where over this final month, I actually don't think we're going to get to 120,000. So the question becomes like, is this a failure? I know I'm being a little bit hyperbolic here, but the question is like, we wanted to get this streamlined approach for voucher promos. And I still actually think it's a good idea. So I wouldn't say that the idea itself is a failure necessarily, but is Mana Warden, was that a failure in terms of getting people to be excited about a card and use their vouchers on it? So that, again, that's the question. Obviously, this is the first iteration of this. Hopefully the team will present something even cooler moving forward and get people, more excited. Again, I only have one BCX of this card, and I'm happy with the one BCX because literally 80%, 90% of the value is in that first ability that you get at level 1. So if they had forced me to get a level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it would have been, I would have considered getting up to that just to have it. Obviously, I get a decent amount of vouchers per day, and vouchers are, again, like well below a penny at this point. So, in terms of moving forward, I've talked about this at length in the past, but just to quickly reiterate it, I don't know what the game plan is come the first week of December. There's two pathways, right? The first of which is you completely remove this card, you take it off the ecosystem, or take it off the store, and you replace it with another card, and that's it, right? So there's no more Mana Wardens being printed, and that's all that you can get. At that point, it'll be like, well, okay, Mana Warden actually did not do its job. It did not reduce voucher inflation. In fact, voucher inflation increased during Mana Warden's time. But then we reset, and hopefully the next card does a better job doing more than 120,000 BCX. Or second path is that you just add the second card on and keep both of them on. And, the idea that I gave is that leave Mana Warden for a year, right? So every quarter you add a new card. And so you'll have, by the time we get to September of next year, you'll have like a rotating door of 4 cards in the shop at a time. And the reason I'm advocating for that is because it can burn a lot more vouchers, let's say in April or June of next year, especially if new players are coming in and checking out the game and they want to be able to get access to this card, right? That could be a time frame in which people come in and take a lot of these extra vouchers and buy. And if, Mana Warden, if at any point it hits 120,000, it's like, okay, at least it did its job, right? At least it did its job while it was in print. Now, the flip side of that is if we remove it from the store in early December, there could be a run on the store, meaning that, people are like, well, it is leaving and maybe new players in the future might want it. So let me just go and grab it from the store right now and, use up vouchers. But the thing is, I think it's selling on the store for even less than what you could get if you were to like sell your vouchers for it. So at this point, 75,000 BCX is actually too much for the current community, which is why I'm advocating for that second option of leaving it on for an entire year. But just wanted to give you a little bit of an update into where it's at right now and how it's been tracking. Again, we have one more month, and I'm assuming we'll hear from the team probably, I'm hoping by the November town hall, which is in a couple of weeks, hopefully we'll get an idea of what they are planning to do, and maybe we'll get even some stats for the new card. That might be a little early, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's where things are at for Mana Warden. I'm curious to get your thoughts on this too, on the card and on the concept of this voucher promo. Again, I think the voucher promo card is good. We've streamlined the process. It's not weighing down DEC and SPS anymore. So my thought process is it's just the card. But I know a lot of people out there still wish that, vouchers were able to buy you the Wild Season Pass, for example, or other things within the game. And the argument is not an invalid one. I can definitely empathize with it, where it's like, man, I have all this stake in SPS. Like, there are certain benefits that I should get in game that should include X, Y, and Z, right? Rather than just making only about this one card that I may or may not like. So, it is what it is, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this and what you would like to see with this voucher utility moving forward. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.